I mean, look at all this stuff in here. I mean, it's just bad. This is every aspect of our life, basically, right?
Yes, this is how it feels to be us.
This is how it feels to be an entrepreneur. I want to get all of this crap out of here. I'm just tired of hanging on to all this stuff, to be honest with you. I got a bunch of tools I need to get rid of, a bunch of extra supplies I need to get rid of. I mean, it's just bad. It's getting better. It's supposed to be in the 50s, close to 60s this weekend. It's Friday. I'm going to make a big push to get some things done. I got a huge pile of rock outside, but where I need to put it, I have all these logs that I need to split. And then I think I'm going to focus on that this afternoon. It's about 1 o'clock. Try to get all that wood split, get that out of the way. Then I can spread the rock. There's frozen chunks that'll thaw out, so I can get all that spread. And then tomorrow, I can move all this stuff out of the garage, put it in piles, either give it away or sell it. Probably going to give it away because I want it gone by the end of the weekend. Look at this, guys. This is the emptiest this garage has been since we lived in it. It's taken Emily and I all day to get this thing cleared out. We still have a lot out there, but we have gotten rid of so much stuff. I think we've made over $1,000 today, and that's basically giving stuff away. And none of that's coming back in here. So tomorrow, it's supposed to be pretty mild tonight. Tomorrow we'll deal with all that. We're gonna go through that out there. If we're gonna absolutely keep it, it's gonna go down to the new building. If we're not, we're gonna give it away. Because I do not wanna put it back in here. Our garage will never look like that again. All right, today I'm gonna take all this metal down. I've got a electric power washer from Giraffe Tools that I'm gonna be installing in my garage, right there. And so I need to run power there, I need to run water there, and I want a hot and cold like combo. So I'm gonna go to the store here in a little while and get this, but the first thing I'm gonna do is take all this metal off. I gotta take it off here. Eventually there'll be an actual real door right here. But I'm gonna get all this metal off, kind of see what I have behind the wall. I kind of remember, but I wanna make sure when I go to town that I get everything I need. There's the power washer right there. It's pretty sweet. It's got a 100-foot reel on it. And pretty excited about it. So I can use that to wash out the garage, but I can also wash the vehicles out in the driveway with it because that's a 100-foot reel and it's inside. I always keep my garage heated, so it'll be perfect. And even if I don't, it's real easy to unhook the water, drain it. But we're gonna go ahead and get all this metal ripped down. I'll take inventory on what I need, and then we'll go to the store and get it. I guess I turned the wrong one off. I need you to come into the canning kitchen. Like pretty quick.
Oh boy.
Can you hold that there? So I apparently had the wrong one turned off. See it right there.
Okay.
All right, guys, so when we were building this house, we lived in the garage. And so this was our kitchen, which is now our canning kitchen. And then I had a temporary washer and dryer right here. I vented it over there. So we're finally at a point in our lives where we're kind of starting to finish things off. And I have this electric power washer mounting on the other side. So I needed water, and I knew I had water here. So I'm gonna run this water, hot and cold, over inside the garage. And right here, eventually, maybe, we're not 100% sure, we might put a sink here. So I'm just taking this plumbing and prepping it just in case we decide to add a sink here. So I'm gonna tee those water lines out, so everything will be outside of the wall except the vent, which if we decide to do that, then I can take it up through the ceiling and through the roof if I need to. I could always use a concentric vent on the inside behind the sink because it's going to be a stainless steel one like that. And this is all 2-inch drain pipe, so I doubt I would have a problem. Probably code, I probably should have a vent up, but I'm not going to worry about that now. I'm just getting all this all of the washer and dryer stuff taken out and just kind of getting this prepped for if we do that. So all right, so now I got that in there. I need to do one of two things. I need to see if I can crimp on the other side. If I can, I should put the insulation in here, put these panels back up, and then I can run all this on the other side. So this power washer, you could just run a hose to it and a extension cord and use it basically wherever you want, but I wanted to make this more of a permanent fixture in my garage so that I can consistently clean out my garage, wash the floor, and wash my vehicles, and it's already hooked up, ready to go. Because I already had this metal down, I decided to insulate this wall as I have added a mini split head in this room. This is our candy kitchen, so I figured I might as well insulate it while I had the opportunity. All right, so I just got done installing this 2500 PSI pressure washer, Giraffe Tools. Ran a conduit off that outlet over here. So I have 20 amp circuit, and then I ran water, hot and cold, to there. So now this thing's ready to try out. It's in my heated garage. It is pretty easy to unhook it. It just slides off of a bracket that's hooked to the wall. It's got a soap dispenser. Probably not gonna try that today. It's like 35, but 100-foot reel. So I'm gonna go out and see how it works. Pull it all the way out here. It's got a lock on it. It's also got this pin you can slide in here so it won't accidentally slam back in. Get out here, see how this thing works. Shut off once it got up to pressure. All right, so my first impressions for an electric power washer, this thing's pretty awesome. It's got a 40-degree tip, 25-degree tip, 15, and a 0. So I think plenty powerful for washing cars and things like that. So pretty excited that this will always be housed in the garage, ready to go. It's kind of always a pain in the butt getting the gas power washer out. So I'm excited to use this, and I got hot water to it so I can have warmer water when I wash the vehicles and four-wheelers, mowers, stuff like that. Kind of peels the dirt off a little bit better. So the thing I'm excited about is mainly to use this to wash out the garage. You can see after the winter, got dirt and stuff in here. So all this will be gone. So it's gonna be pretty much empty, so I'll be able to wash this whole thing out. Everything will go down the drains, and then it's long enough that I can go way out there in the driveway and wash the cars off. And it's got an auto retract. You just don't want to let it go flying in. This will go back. All right, I just ordered all the metal for up there. So, and right there. So I can get all this finished, which will be awesome. I just have to run a piece of conduit from here up there so I can hide those wires in it. I think it'll just look a little bit nicer, so I'm gonna do that right now. Then I'm gonna head down to the shop, start organizing that. Then I can get all this out of here, finish that, and keep going on this process. So part of my organizational process is to clear this out. So my hunting gear is a mess, just like everything else was. Get this all organized upstairs. So I got one workbench out of here. I'm gonna take this one apart and get it upstairs. Got all these Europeans I gotta do something with. So in order to mount all these European mounts, I did not want to put a bunch of holes in my metal. So I decided to take some old 2x12s that were from a barn and mount them through existing holes in the steel and then mount the Europeans to that. It ended up working out really well. And now they are not all over the floor and in the way. All right, I have the metal for all up along there. I have all of the trims to finish above these garage doors. Just got to get the rest of this stuff out of here. It's pretty much all stuff I'm getting rid of. You can see I spent a bunch of time over here kind of getting my little hunting area set up, so I'm pumped about this. Got my archery workbench all set up, my pew bench all set up. Got some of my European mounts up. Just trying to get organized, people. All right, guys, so this last piece of trim, this is a square base, and the purpose of this is kind of twofold. One, it is to create a channel to run my garage door wires through so they're hidden. And secondly, it's to trim out that connection right there between the flat stock and that L12 I just put up. So this is what I came up with, just using an existing trim. It actually, I got it done on those two garage doors, got the wires run through it, and it works awesome. And then I can run my garage door wire through it. All right, guys, we are to the last part of this garage that I have to finish, which is that right there. So we're gonna get that put up. I have all the pieces. All right, we are halfway done, and all I'm doing is putting a J right at the bottom. So I have a J to accept that, and then a J to accept that. So they're just back to back there. I'll show you that up close. We just have to do this section right here, and we will be done. All right, so here's the final details on this soffit. My main duct supply and return go through here. And you can see I just did a double J back to back. J to accept this steel, and then J out here to accept that steel. So that's all finished up. There is the power washer that I wanted to install, which has been awesome, by the way. That's gonna get a normal door here, probably a 40 or 48 inch wide door, because that's our canning kitchen. And I went ahead, and you saw in the video that I insulated all this, and that's because I have put a mini split in here. So when we're canning, cleaning game, whatever, I can have the air conditioner or heat on and heat this little area up or cool it separately. I also have a mini split out here. I have a bunch of Duracine left that I do have some uses for, but I'm gonna get that out of here. Got a air compressor set up with an automatic reel so that we can check tires on vehicles, stuff like that. Finish this area off with some shelving, just some miscellaneous tools that I usually use here in the house. And then this little area I made into kind of my hunting. I'm a big archery hunter, so kind of got that set up with all of my archery tools, workbenches, things of that nature, and so that I can be organized, because all of that was down in the storm shelter, which I'll show you right now. So this is what the storm shelter looks like now that I have all my stuff out of that. We set up a TV, little Jackery power station in case we lose power. We can charge phones, things like that. Got our spare couch down here. Eventually, I think I'll paint this, paint the ceiling. Actually, upstairs I have a bunch of old barn metal, and I think I have enough to do all this, so I'll probably put metal up here and then probably just paint the walls. We just want this to be a usable space for when we're down here during bad storms. So definitely looks a lot better down here. Much cleaner, much more organized, which is what I like. Guys, that's gonna be a wrap on today's video of reclaiming my garage. Hopefully this was encouraging to somebody who is dealing with the same thing of being a little bit unorganized, and there is hope that you can park your truck in your garage again. So it's taken me years actually to get to this point. We self-built, and if you're self-building, you will probably go through some of the same phases that Emily and I have, but I promise you, stay the course. You will get to a point where you can get organized and enjoy the home that you have built for your family.